Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. We are live. Boy, oh boy. Look at this dump off the brip. Let's see here. What can we get going today? Oof, let's see here. Can we hold this demand and come back up, or are we putting these nasty wicks in and just continue to the downside? So right now we're just watching for failed patterns here. We did grab the SFP, but I'm not expecting this to hold. It is at break even right now. But if it holds, we're already in a play for the day. We'll ride it down. Feeling good. Again, every day we are live, 9:30 for the open. But that's not when we're starting. So they're talking in Discord over top of me. But every single day we get in Discord live, 8:30 with the crew. Ben and Caden leading the current live market while I do the YouTube and TikTok. But pre-market starts at 8:30 EST. If you're looking to get in here, I can give you a free 30 days. Just ask me how. Oh, we are at the bottom of the range. We got some nasty SFPs across the board. Dollar is pumping. 10-year note is pumping. If we do not hold this bottom, we are going down to the gap fill. IMO. Oil looks like it is at the top of the range. Good morning, TikTok. Holy, I'm down 30%. On what, brother? On what? It's over. Well, today we are cautiously optimistic, but I'm a little biased short just based on larger time frame structure. So if you just zoom out, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at the 4-hour chart? We're looking at a break of structure in the 4-hour up here. Let's just draw it out. So currently we are working with, this is the ES here. NQ looks very similar, right? So we were looking at a break of structure, a back test, a break of structure, a back test, right? Now we're currently at in the 4-hour structure. We're looking at a break of structure on the 4-hour, a back test, potentially continuation into the gap fill today. We will see. It is going to be very key to hold the double bottom here or even the daily open. So my bias is short. That is something I walked through the crew this morning when we looked at levels. We are getting a little bit of a bounce here, so it does not mean we're going to continue to the downside, but we are below trendline liquidity into the bottom area here. It is FOMC day. I would expect a little bit of whipsaw in the market, but until we draw on the buy side liquidity here, we can still just come back up and take the high. So we are looking buy short, but anything can happen on FOMC day. We'll see what happens. Interesting. Let's see if we get this bearish formation to continue to the downside here. We are looking at this heavy 5-minute candle. Now, if I'm just looking at the intraday pattern off the open, first of all, where is my New York? We gotta do one candle. There we go. So if we were looking and hoping that this head and shoulders pattern was going to hold to the upside, it has not. So we are doing a little bit longer accumulation pattern here. So I'm looking for manipulation below the range and a pop, or manipulation above the range and a short. So let's see if we draw. Well, we already drew on sell side liquidity. Let's see if we can get buy side. So nice wick here. Haven't broken any lows, but we have broken the 5-minute structure. The Dow is currently pumping. Look at this. Dang. Dow is popping to the upside. Russell probably following. It is indeed. So they just drew on liquidity. London, or excuse me, Dow just hit London. So we gotta turn this around here. There we go. All right, we just hit the gap fill. Now it's gonna be very important that we hold this bottom here. Oil just went offline. That's interesting. What is oil doing? There, it's back. Oil breaking out. So this was the exact opposite pattern that we saw on ES that just broke down. We wanted a shoulder pattern to hold with a breakout to the upside. It happened on oil and rejected ES and NQ, which are still coming to the downside here. 15 minutes has not closed. We still got 8 minutes, and we got another 20 plus minutes till the 4-hour candle, which is what I like to see. Is this the 4-hour low? We'll know soon enough here. Looks like we're coming back to life. Let's see what happens. Get in the pop. Nice back test. We have one heck of a wick here. At least on the one, it looked a little trappy, right? That's S&P. Yeah, that's a nice wick. Whoa. Previous day low is just below us here, right? So the daily open is currently holding us. The liquidity draw is just below it, but if that fails, man, it's really anywhere. So just be impatient. No kind of structure shift here yet. Just looks like a back test of the liquidity curve here. So we have a quick break of structure. So what? Support, lost support, back test support, codify as resistance, continuation to the downside. So very key right now to break the high here. Otherwise, we are just going to draw down. NQ about to break its low. If we lose this low, the downside is big. The gap fill is long. We are working with trendline liquidity here on just a 1 and 5 minute chart, right? That little explanation I just showed you, right? Support, 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 support. Lost support, create a resistance below the trend. Now if we zoom out, we have the same thing here. Support, 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 lose support. Potentially we get a bounce off the daily low, a back test and resistance, and then continuation down into the gap fill below us. Right, here's the gap fill all the way down here at 75. As far as the overarching pattern we're seeing on the chart here, if we just take this and look at the 30-minute, you know, the overarching theory for me still is that break of structure, that back test, but this head and shoulders pattern is what has me completely on the bear's side here. Wolf should hold us up a little bit with the FOMC meeting this afternoon. If he does, we're expecting nothing. We're expecting to hold steady. It's his first meeting. Not a whole lot going on quite yet. You know, he's just trying to ease into the job. But if he wants to appease Trump, the rumor is he could do a surprise cut, and then we pump to the damn moon. We still haven't got that draw on buy side here. So just being patient. If we get back above range here, we'll entertain some sort of long continuation. But as of right now, we are just slowly chopping downhill. If we lose this range, it could be pretty swift, right? Are we trapping? So a nice wick. We just tapped daily open, so that is a very key level to hold. This could be the pump. And we could just get a lot of back and forth here, unfortunately. FOMC day, the last two times we just went sideways till about 2:30, man. And if that ends up being the case, it'll probably be a short stream and we'll check it out tomorrow, but still no draw down here. Good morning, good morning. How are you? Digging through my shit this morning. Summer of Live, huh? That's interesting. Let's check out and see if Russell is blowing through it. The Dow just getting rejected here at London High. Let's see what oil's doing here quick. At previous New York high. Interesting. Yes, roaring back to life here. Yep. That's crazy. That's insane. That's one hell of a work. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. The bounce off daily open is huge. Wow, wow, wow. Tap daily open and ran. Did not even come for buy side. Nice break of structure here. Let's see if we can come back into this inefficiency. We still got 15 minutes here on the 4-hour candle. Crazy. Look at that. see what the manipulation here is to the upside. Wow, are we gonna SFP the top again? Let's see if it comes right back up for this wick. Otherwise, we're gonna SFP the damn thing again. This would be the tap in. Why? What was the reason? Oh, Scottish people. Gotcha. Sorry, just chat in Discord there a little bit. See what we got going on here. Google down 1.5. You got Google down 1.5 right now. You got Meta down 2.5. Microsoft down 1.5. All right, we just tapped into fair value. Now we get this pump to the upside. We'll see if we can take this long. Otherwise, we're going to remain short. Went from sell side to buy side again. See if that's all we needed to get up and over here. NQ is giving it all right back, so I'm expecting ES to do the same thing. So let's just see if we take a look here. This is what we're entertaining right now. Might be a breakout here though. No real inversion. Let's just take a look at the 30. We gotta tap into the block here. There we go. Perfect fucking top. Man, that was clean. Please hold. Oh, I didn't execute as clean. This is where we gotta lose, right? Perfect. Come on, baby. Daily open exhausted. IMO. This is an order block we had marked out from yesterday on the 15. Right at previous day low. All right, it's got to hold here. Dow is still running. 60 looks like it wants to correct, so we got to be careful here. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? That is a nice pop. Oof, it's gonna run. NQ getting a bounce too. So gold breaking out, oil breaking out. These are fighting. Chop day, chop day, chop day. So we're, you know, the counter play here is, well, the continuation play here is this is a bull flag, right? And then it just takes off. NQ does not look like that though. NQ is much deeper in the retracement. So this taking off to the upside would not be unexpected here just based on the continuation play. But based off NQ next to me on the other monitor, or the other pane here. What? Hold on one second, we gotta check something here. Thought the name change stuck. The last thing we need is Snapchat glasses, dude. There we go. Didn't they learn from like the Meta glasses release or anything like that? I haven't seen them. What do they look like? Wait, are those real? Are we going to see a 3D movie right now? Is that what we're doing? These are the glasses Snapchat just released. Snapchat glasses. Well, wait, can you guys see this? Hold on a second. I mean, I'd sell the stock too if they released this shit and said this was innovative. Why is the lens not even clear? Oh, we're delivering, boys. Gosh. So we took the play, guys. It was clean. We're just going to let it ride now. We will move to break even here. Let me just pull the screen over. All right. Execution. We're going to let it ride for the rest of the day here. Yesterday, we cut early based on just gut. And it didn't help. I think now at this point we can extrapolate this entire range for our... I mean, we're probably quite a bit lower here, right? So I think we're probably coming in to tap here. So let's see if we can't overplay this a little bit. Again, we still have not taken sell side, or excuse me, buy side. Again, if we come back up, seek and destroy, I'm done trading for the day. There's no reason to keep buying the bull crap. We are break even. This comes back up and stomps us out. That's perfectly fine. Again, we need to fall below range here. Backtest continue, right? I'm looking for some sort of continuation break. We had the first break in pre-market after this little SFP wick. We came right back and got it. It's about time you got one. Nice, brother, nice. Anybody short from top there? Oh, SpaceX selling. All right, we are below range. This is what we wanted to see. We're going to take one contract off here. So we're sure we got to buy one. And then we're letting the rest ride. All right, so the buy side liquidity is swept. This is what we were expecting at the New York Open, but it literally seek and destroyed back up, and we're coming back down, right? So previous day low is within reach right now. We are front running it. Let's check it on NQ here. We are also running it on NQ. Well, hopefully that's not all we wanted, because that would be no bueno with this gap fill in the bottom. But we're going to wait for a higher time frame to just really show us what's up here, right? So solid close below the low. We did not take sell side from the bottom here, right? Didn't tap our block. Again, the market doesn't have to do anything. If I would have really loaded up harder on this trade and it wasn't FOMC day with risk off, I would just probably close here for good. I should have just done more, but it is what it is at this point, right? I appreciate everybody hanging out. Keep this delivery going. I mean, we're just sitting pretty here, guys, right? All right, getting that nice little bounce there. Not a bad gig here. Man, FOMC days does the dumbest things, man. But that's okay. All right, see, we get the delivery down here. Whew, okay. Billions of dollars in call options on SpaceX about to get squeezed. We are looking just a quick at. Why is my mic so high? We are just looking quick here. See, Trump says stock surge, oils fall. Trump expecting markets gain continue. SpaceX down 3% right now. U.S. April business inventories plus 0.5%. Consensus says plus 0.5% versus March 1%. Gold sees rebound towards $5,000 an ounce. Excuse me. Man, this is going to come all the way back to the top, and we're just going to make nothing again today. $200 deuce. Let's see what happens. So we broke the low. Is this the delivery for the high? What do the traps look like down here for the upside? Cool talk. Gotcha. Let's pull our delta here. Yeah, that was a good NQ level. Get off this. Let's go to the 5. Again, if we get up and over this, delta is crazy right now. Insane. There we go, back test. All right, so here's what we're kind of looking at here. Again, we're just going to take a break-even trade, no big deal. I'm looking for delivery lower. Trying not to get manipulated out today like I did yesterday. I just heard an order. Head, shoulder. Sorry, people talking in Discord. This gives us the delivery here to take our one off. The best at exercise? What? Ugh. Dixie pumping, baby. All right, so a little bit that I got to give up here. The Dow Jones is just going straight up. Crazy, 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 crazy. There is, I mean, if you just look at the book here. This is what we're looking at, or I'm not we're, but I'm looking at on the other screen here. I mean, look at these orders. This is insane. Great. So Trump talking on top of the market FOMC day is going to be an absolute no trade day. This is insane. Dang, this dude. This is insane. Back to VWAP here. So a rejection here would be key. We have now lost it pretty soundly. We know what we want to see happen. Does it happen? Is the question. Trump is probably going to do a press conference here, and this is going to screw us all up. So again, if we get over this, liquidity is all the way back to the top of the range. Close below, please. We're just pushing into VWAP here. Oops. The chop is insane. And when we, you know, FOMC volatility, we know this. You know, sideways range. Hindsight being 2020, we should have just did about 10 contracts and closed at the low instead of looking for something lower. But here we are. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Coming back up over. What is that? What is this song? What is this song? We gotta change this. Bang. Coming up in the VWAP. Man, 15 minute down, 15 minute up. It doesn't get any more seek and destroy than that, man. Crazy day. They're like trapped down here. Technically didn't even get Asia low. Well, we will take a break even here. I'm not holding through it. No big deal. Oops. Let's take a peek here. Crazy day. All right, didn't break it. See if we can close below it here. I got a manual close going, guys. Well, that was bad on my part. That is a mistake as a trader. Should have TP'd at the bottom, knowing today was FOMC. But looking for more, looking for that day to play out. The last 2 days I took shorts and they took all day to form. And I just didn't want to get stomped out premature. We're still in it, but giving 330 bucks back is just not fun. Although it's not, it's well below my minimum target for the day. Getting something out of FOMC day would have been great. We're still in, so we'll see what happens here. Now, if we break up and over, obviously we're going to close. Just paying attention here softly. A lot of traps in these wicks up here. So again, coming up and just getting out is going to be ideal if we start breaking over. So, you know, let's get rid of VWAP here. This thing is so sloppy. And we're holding value area low, which is kind of what we want to see for lower price action, but it's also the bounce area. Maybe the play's already played out and that's it, but we'll see. It just holds the bottom strong. Just watching to see if we get some kind of confirmation that we're going to come back down here. Again, we find ourselves in the same situation we were looking at last time. We were looking at a bull flag, right? Does the bull flag break to the upside? Does the bull flag, you know, break to the upside? Does the bull flag break to the upside? It hasn't done it 3 times now. Is the 4th time the charm where we just break up and over and we've got enough? Or do the bears step in here and tell us, you know, screw off? NQ is not at the top of the range, so if we get the breakout here, NQ is probably going to follow. So we are just going to be patient. We're watching orders get absorbed here. I wish I was in the Dow because that thing is just going up, up, up. Dixie coming back to the top of the range. Gold looking like it wants to break out. Oil looking like it wants to break out. Again, the counter trade here is the up. Or the continuation trade, I should say. So if we give this bull flag up again, we'll have a confirmed breakout that we can take along from. Although I don't know that I'll follow it, right? Just dangerous at this point. Man, the absorption here is crazy. Crazy. Crude breaking out. Up and over, baby. We are just watching for ES to do the same thing. NQ is breaking its resistance, so maybe we get it on ES. It's unfortunate though if we do come up and get this. What's up, J-Mag? Sorry, I haven't been paying much attention to chat here on YouTube. It looks like we're gonna do this just based on ES or on NQ. NQ busting. So this would have been the key for the long here. FOMC day. Yep, here we go. Finally had enough to get through. Fourth time was a charm. Man, that's a shame. All right, next level is going to be London. Just going to sit here and patiently watch. Not a good week. Start. Nope. I rode a short all the way back up to break even though. I hate front running sell side or buy side. Rough. All right, we're just watching it pump. It is up there without us. We're watching London high. Push, push, push. Well, let's see if this is a back test. You filled that 15-minute gap. Oof, oof, oof. 2 minutes on this 15-minute candle. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, dude. Bounce, please. All right, this is the SR retest. All right, so now we have a low. All right, we're coming back in the range. If we don't bounce here again, we can potentially seek it all right back. We have to get confirmation. Again, this is an SR retest, right? So what we're looking for here is a continuation up, which is the continuation play. If you're playing the contrarian play, you're looking at something like this, right? So you fall into the old range, you cover your highs. You know, I am not a person who's going to long the top breakout here, but maybe that's what happens. We do have a new 4-hour candle here. It's going on about a half-hour old. We got the low, we got the high. But as far as previous 4-hour structure, again, I don't think that narrative's quite changed. It's still bearish. We just took the MPOC back. Yeah, we need some sort of confirmation structure shift here. I don't know if the 30 seconds going to count here, but we'll see. Need acceptance back into previous range, and we need to lose all of this demand, right? So we have a bit of demand here. Bit of demand here, bit of demand here. Those are the levels we're watching. Otherwise, it's just up and over. I like the short again. Wider stop would have just allowed us to survive. Instead of break even. I mean, we didn't lose nothing, right? So. See if we can get a full, exception back into the range here, right? So 5-minute high has been put in. It took a 15-minute and a 1-hour into filling the zone here. This is why we don't top blast, right? We long the bottom, short the tops. We don't long the top, shorts the bottoms. That's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I'm looking for a short up here, brother. Again, we're in, so we'll see how it goes. What was the cue here? Again, we were watching for trap traders. We're looking for acceptance back into this range. Risk is pretty low. I mean, we're not taking huge trades just because today's risk off. All week's been risk off, unfortunately. You know, those down weeks tend to be risk off. You know, when you move down in the market, it tends to just chop slowly down, larger swings, and when it goes up, it tends to just go straight up. Again, can we figure out the previous day low sweep here this time and finally get this buy side liquidity down here? I'm gonna give it one more attempt here. Low risk trade, but we're in it again. The Dow is coming down now. Dollar is still pumping. Gold looks like it wants to pump. I mean, oil's broken out. That's kind of, you know, the three things that I'm looking for continuation to the downside. If oil continues up, stocks are going to go, or indices are going to go the other way. SpaceX now down 3.5%. Google down 2%. Meta down 3%. Microsoft down 2%. Nvidia fighting its range low. Nvidia looking like that same pattern. It hit that gap fill perfectly, bounced, and now looks like it wants to go the other way. Man, we are getting that delivery like crazy. That was rejecting finally. He says, I want to press buttons. I just want to press some buttons on it. So we're back below all this pressure again. Kind of crazy. I mean, one contract on it's like $5. Boom, boom, boom. Deliver, deliver, deliver. Man, we've taken a break-even trade today. And now we are up again. Let's see if we continue it up. Again, I got to find my screen, I guess, to even show I'm actually in the trade here. Again, same plan. Acceptance in the range. This was that we took a 30-second shift from the top. We are back at daily open. Actually, I didn't even have my wrist tool set up correctly there, huh? So we're actually here and here. Deliver, deliver, deliver. They're also on YouTube, so, and you can watch them back on YouTube. YouTube does. Oh, my fault. Yeah, that makes sense. I think cap's 20 minutes these days. I mean, if it's really good. No, I completely agree with you. My timeline on TikTok is so delinquent right now. Deliver me to the lows, baby. Come on, please. Let's go. So no higher high on the 15-minute has been taken. So if we're just looking at structure here again, look, this is seek and destroy all New York session, but lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We just picked the wrong level, unfortunately. This is going to bust. Oh boy, that looks bad, doesn't it? Come on, capitulate. Oh, we're almost to our stop. Let's pull this down. It's going low, baby. All right, we got buy side liquidity here. We do not want that same reaction coming all the way back to the top of the range again. I want to see a second 15-minute candle delivered to the downside here. We need more than one candle. Yeah, don't want the... All right, so we took the buy side liquidity. We do not want to deliver back up here. This is not what we want to do. If the seek and destroy profile is going to bring us all the way back up here and stop us out again, that would be no bueno. So again, we just don't want to chop back up. We want to see it stuck below here finally. This was the interest in the long. I want to see a solid 15-minute close below range. Not doing us any favors here. Not what I want to see. 2 minutes here. We want to see a close below the range. Again, it looks like we're going to run it right back up, which would be not what I want to see. No idea what the song is, but it's got me humming. Come on, I want to see this close below range. I'm watching. "41 seconds. Can we come back down here and get a solid close?" So SFP on the 5-minute yet again. What we've done every single time, unfortunately, is SFP the low, retake the high. SFP the low, retake the high. Do we SFP the low and retake the high? At some point, somebody's going to capitulate, in my opinion. But Dow Jones is coming down at this point in time. NQ seems to be actually leading ES at this point in time. So ES has broken down a little further than NQ. Well, it's been vice versa for most of the morning. Again, that is really the last demand area on the 5 that I want to see tolerated for some sort of back test. So that was the fair value gap. So we got a solid 15-minute close here. Let's see if we can continue down into this wick. So we now have 1 minute structure. So same thing we did last time, as the 1 minute structure just kept getting invalidated. So we had a 1 minute high, a break, a 1 minute high, a break, a 1 minute high, a break. So if we get back into that stair stepping back to the upside, up to that upside, you know, it's just going to take it all back again. So again, got to take what you want off these FOMC days. I have bias lower, but will we get it? You know, as we get into this later hour here, it seems unlikely. Thanks, J-Man. Yeah, I'm already short, brother. Ugh, this break back up is killing me. Do we ride it to break even and give back like a total of 500 on the day? Coming back up. Just one of those days. Ooh, there's a nice rejection. Oh! Woo, 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 woo! Well, we just got dumped on everything. That's the whole play. Why didn't I take one off? Did I not put my one back? I mean, that's the whole play. I'm out. Oh, it's only one. What the hell happened? It only filled one. There it goes. Whew. Okay, we're out. Thank you, Trump. If this continues down now into the gap fill, I'm going to be sad panda, but that was what it was. That was the whole play. Into our draw. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. We hit that $500 target. We get a little bit back, but if this continues down now, that's going to be sad. But getting a nice bounce. We got the fill for the close, and we are in profit for the day. GG's. Play complete. CZ, thank you for your patronage. Again, guys, if you are just tuning in, we are live every single day at 9:30. We are live in Discord every single day. 8:30 EST for pre-market. Rundown with the crew. Nice, brother. Not sure if you've seen energy prices, but crazy, right? Feels good, guys. Feels good. We got that in. We got it done. Oh, we took the ES trade, locked her in. Plus 500. Having issues getting back over here, which is interesting. Do we look for another trade? Is Trump now talking? All right, guys. Well, this is what good traders do for the day. When they get the trade in, they just put it away. We'll see you tomorrow. So it took us about an hour and a half today. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. I'm going to spend time with the fam, spend time with the kids, and a little bit of work on the back end here for Tactical Edge. That's it, guys. If you're still sitting around, hop over into Discord. Links are in the description in the bio. We'll catch you on the next one. See you tomorrow morning.